Hello again. I told you guys I'll be back for another video. I've just kind of been caught up with a lot of stuff, everyday stuff. But there was actually something I kind of want to talk about, and I completely forgot the real reason why I wanted to make this video. But there was other topics I kind of want to talk about. Um, yeah, the whole thing about people being stuck up is one of the topics I actually really want to talk about. As far as relying on their beauty, people like that, to get ahead. In an SHTF scenario, it's kind of weird how that might play out to me. How will those type of people actually cope with the fact that there is nobody else gonna help them just because they look pretty or they have a pretty face or anything like that? We all know these people. We all seen them. We all probably even know a few of them that are highly and mighty, self-absorbed. The world revolves around them type of people. How will that actually come into play in an SHTF scenario? Will they, I mean, as far as I am concerned, I wouldn't help those type of people. That's just something I wouldn't do. I'm pretty much going by strict code. If you have preps and you have your type of resources and you can equally match mine, then yeah, I could probably team up with you or on some point. But if you absolutely have nothing at all, no preps, no skills, nothing at all, just you, your bag of clothes, and because that's more than likely what people are gonna pack in a scenario like that. If they're not prepared, they don't know what to pack, so they're probably just gonna pack a suitcase full of clothes, which is completely the wrong thing you wanna bring. But yeah, that's something that I would not really help. I really don't care. It sounds messed up. Oh, you want to help a female? It's not. I'm not want to help a female. I would help a female any day of the week in a situation like this where we have rule of law, everything's okay. Yeah, of course I'll stick up for a female. But when there's no more rule of law, there's just chaos and every man for themselves. No, I will not. I will not add, just unless you can match resources and skills. No, I would not, because then become a liability, and basically I become a parent. That's no other way of saying it. You become a parent. You basically adopted a grown person, not a child, a grown person, that will consume your food, will probably get you caught up in a lot of situations because they just don't know what to do. So they probably mentally start breaking down and might cause you to lose focus when you might really need focus. And just a simple fact, at least for a female, if I'm in a group and it's predominantly males and a few females that got their skill sets, and they just so happen to be a pretty female to kind of walk around and come to our camp and completely lost, have nothing to offer, no assets, and ask to join our group, that's gonna be a negative. Just for the simple fact, it's gonna be a liability. If, let's say, a group of marauders just so happen to pass by and they see us, but they just rather not engage in a fight just because they just rather just keep on going where they're going, but they just so happen to see a pretty female in the group, they might just say, you know what, let's engage these people, just because we don't really have any real pretty females that we could have in our group, not to be friendly with, but we all know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and that's definitely something that will happen, because if you don't believe how people's state of mind are, just take for ISIS for example. Yeah, everybody does hate them, and honestly they're a piece of shit, to be honest. What I've seen some pictures of them beheading children, so that's completely, but honestly it does open up an inside door of how people will act when there's no more rule of law. ISIS are a bunch of marauders, just pretty well organized, but they're no different. They are a bunch of marauders. They go from place to place, take over whatever they want and control it. That is no different from marauders. That's what you're going to be faced with in a situation like that. The last thing I want to do is add somebody into the group that really can't help the group in any type of way, just more of a liability, and it might bring that type of attention to us. That's not something I really would like to have. I don't know what I would do, whether I tell them just keep on going and go about their business, or give them a little bit of ration. I didn't really think all the way through, but I know for sure I would not accept them in the group, because resources would definitely be not the best to be just giving out stuff to people who have no type of help, or offering any type of help, I should say. But yeah, ISIS is definitely a good way to kind of base on how people act when there is no more type of rules and laws in place. Imagine that a full scale type of times 100, because we have way more people here than they do there. So a lot more groups like ISIS would be running around doing the same type of thing. Yeah, I really would not like attention. But yeah, I just wanted to put this video out there to kind of get people thinking. And as far as going to fight ISIS, I don't think we should fight them. I think we should just get out of the Middle East. For the longest, we went there to find Osama bin Laden. We found him, supposedly. And we should definitely get out of there. But of course, we're not going to get out of there, because that affects big bankers and their income from the oil industry. So they're going to find anything to keep us there and scare us up, to tell us, hey, well, ISIS is going to come through the borders. They could. The borders are wide open. If they really wanted to, they could. But I don't think there's going to be a full-scale invasion of ISIS coming over here to invade us. So I'm not really worried about them too much. I don't think they're that stupid to come head-to-head with a big superpower just yet. So, and honestly, we're the ones who kind of created them. We gave them the weapons and the training to begin with. So, I mean, if we created them, we gave them the stuff, obviously we have the stuff to beat them. So I'm not worried about that. I just don't fall for the hype, I guess, and get all scared and riled up that they might come here. I don't think they're gonna come here. But you never know. The borders are wide open in Mexico, and they are just letting anybody through at this point. So yeah, you never know. But as far as that's concerned, I just think we should just get out of the Middle East, let them handle their own issues, to be honest. Because to me, there's a reason why I actually heard this this topic before, about Christopher Columbus, when he was trying to discover India. Instead of going through the Middle East straight towards India, he'd rather just go all the way around India. I mean, go all the way around the Middle East just to reach India. And meanwhile, everybody was thinking the world was flat, so he would rather risk falling off the face of the earth than going through the Middle East. That's something that he foreseen. Maybe we should stay the hell out of it. They should just work out their own problems, and I think we should just kind of work on our own problems, because we have a lot of issues here. It's like kind of like having a neighbor, and my phone has to ring right now. It's like having a neighbor next door, and his house is kind of falling apart, and your house is falling apart, but not as much. But you go over there every day and help your neighbor out as much as you can, fixing it up. But you're neglecting your own house. And that's what I'm kind of feeling we're doing here in America. We're kind of neglecting our own house, but we're helping everyone else's house in the neighborhood. We're financially screwed, and there's going to be a certain point where that bubble will pop, and we will be in a very, very bad situation. But that's all I really want to talk about today. I got a lot of stuff to do today. It's the weekend, so I'll probably put this video out on a Monday or maybe today. I'm not sure, but you guys stay safe and keep your preps up. Later.